This first quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And getting a look at the Wildcat here. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. First down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Looking to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Their big tight end. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Set, speed, and over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Taken right around the 44. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. And now a peek at the starters on the defensive side. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Here we go now.
And they'll run it here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And the first play will be a field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So they held him to a short gain on that one. Run. They're trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he comes back with one complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. 3-19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Now let's go. Blue, landing. Blue. 24 is the mic. Over. Motion.
They'll look to throw again. Surveying the field. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And the play clock's running down. Looking to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now some love it, some hate it. Here it is. It's the Wildcat look.
Let's go. 1, 9.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now this time he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Third down now following the completed pass. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one is down he goes. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And the Panthers coming out now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now it brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
He'll look to throw, and that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. 56. Watching that body.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Here we go now.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this off.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
No, check.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Another pistol look here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Deep drop. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily.
And oh, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And the gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. Able to shake him off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though,
Yeah.
because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And it's 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Carolina 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding time. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. And they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm.
Touchdown, Carolina! Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. Now he rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Time for after this. Looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, That just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them up.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the incompletion.
Now let's go.
Back to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
They'll go to the air here and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue, line it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's...
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes left side. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Cowboys going up against the Falcons. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Larry, in what is scheduled to be its final season as an NFL stadium, there's a look at the Georgia Dome here in Atlanta. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Such a solid defensive effort a week ago, and they'll be looking to carry that forward into this one.
And confidence grows. Every time you have a great performance, you think the next one's going to be even better. That's where this defense is today.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Fresh set of downs here.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his pass incomplete. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Hey. Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And now here come the Cowboys. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some space here. What a move. He cuts it right. Cuts it out. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll be a Dallas first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Room here to run. A great read, and it's picked off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you, so there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try not to put their defense in a bad spot again.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. They come up in an offset eye.
Green, 39.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
A reverse is never called just to get 1 or 2 yards. It's often called to get a big play. The defense was having none of it on that one. They sniffed it out and stuffed it.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, this is a complete mishit. It's no good. Didn't even get it there. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 14 there. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. But good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. A great read, and it's picked off. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Now let's go.
Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So out come the Falcons now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they look very aware that those could happen on any given down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, he stays up. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 23 yards on the play.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
got
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands, That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And those 1st downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
All right, now, check it, 56. No, check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And here now come the Falcons. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Now let's go.
Looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second down following the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on him all game long.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they think they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Second down now after the pass completion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a 1st down. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out here in the eye. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It's a quarterback sneak. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They're going to look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And on the outside. And give them 12 yards and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the